Hello, my beautiful water signs. This is for, gotta try to remember the water, Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. This is your November 2021 reading for my beautiful earth signs. Okay, so looks like you have 3 solar plexus cards. So it seems like my poor water signs are going through a lot of anxiety, at least in the beginning of November. But the good news is you will transform this anxious energy into power. So somewhere within those shadows of that anxiety is your power. So I feel like you're doing a lot of shadow work this month, which may come in a bit shitty, but in the end, towards the end of November, it's going to empower you on a level you never believed. The biggest challenge for the water signs is family. And I'm sorry, my neighbor's dog is on a rampage, which is always. The biggest challenge is family. Now, family could be family members, the immediate family where you live in your household. The root chakra is about being stable and secure. So perhaps you are encountering a bit of challenging relationships within your family or your immediate family in your household, which is obviously contributing to the anxious energy. Be mindful of what you eat. I feel like there's some stomach issues this month, whether it's digestion, heartburn, something like that, something with your diet. So be mindful of what you're eating. I do feel like for my water signs this month, your diet may be changing. So the foods that you normally eat might not really agree with you right now, or they're starting to change. Something about your diet is changing. So foods aren't sitting very well that you used to eat, and you're getting new foods. My water signs. If you are not in a relationship, I feel like if you have not met them yet, there is someone definitely around the corner for you. So this month seems to be a lot about love and obviously relationships, because in the beginning of the month there may be like challenging relationships, but it's as if you're clearing out some, whether it's karma or old shit, stagnant energy. It's going to open you up to, you have a lot of new opportunities coming, my beautiful water signs. A lot. First is relationships seems to be a big factor. If you have met them, then you're aware of it, obviously. If you did not, they literally are around the corner. I feel this so strong when it comes to relationships. So I'm looking at the other cards that you have to like validate kinds of what I am feeling. So you have joy. I'll read you the cards. Uniqueness, healing, and harvest. So this all aligns with the energy that I said in the beginning, with the anxious energy. You're doing some kind of, I know we've been going through purges, so I'm almost tired of saying it's a purge, but that's what it is. It's a purge. It's this stagnant energy that you've been holding in your solar plexus, in your stomach area, is kind of breaking up now. So maybe you feel like there's bubbles in your stomach, or like maybe it even feels like gas. Something is breaking up in your stomach area, and it's releasing these old wounds, because I know water signs are very, very emotional, and they hang on to shit. And even though they're very emotional, a lot of water signs like to hide their sensitivity and their emotions. And what you do is you kind of store it. I mean, it's got to go somewhere. So you're at your breaking point. You overloaded with this stagnant energy that it's literally breaking apart, and not necessarily you're going to snap. And I just feel like that may be an issue with family, especially since we're going into the holiday season. It's like a given, right? But I do feel like you're going to start standing up for yourself, because your emotions, this is your sacral chakra, that your emotions, again, is just overloaded. Think of it like a volcano. There's only so much pressure it can take before it explodes. This is kind of where you are. Not necessarily like you're going to be like a crazy person. I mean, you might, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's what it means. Because remember, you're a different version of yourself than you used to be. So you've grown, you've evolved, you've healed a lot of stuff. I don't think you realize how much you have healed, but you healed a lot of stuff. And you're not giving yourself credit for the work you've already done. Stop sugarcoating your emotions. Stop trying to convince yourself when you feel something. Don't sugarcoat it with some other bullshit that you're trying to convince yourself to believe. This is why you have this bubbling going on. That ain't going to do anything, okay? Because the feeling's still going to be there. What I feel like the water signs need to do is address their emotions. Feel it. Don't be afraid to feel it. It is okay to feel. Feel what you're feeling. Own it. Okay, I feel this way. What is making me feel this way? Well, this person's an asshole, which may be true, but it's something deeper. And keep asking that question until you get to the source of what's really going on. And I feel like you're going to realize it's definitely some kind of family conditioning. This is why I feel that once you come to this realization, you may end up getting mad or resentful towards this person or people, and that's not going to do anything. Okay, we know it's not going to do anything. What's important is for you to look at it through the eyes of love. They didn't know any better. They just don't know. They don't know. They don't have the gift, skills, and talents that you have. So they're not seeing it from that point of view. Most people don't realize what we do, the sacrifices we make to make them happy. They don't know this. They just assume this is what you love to do, and they're so happy that you're giving into them. And then that turns into resentment, and then you start resenting people. And water signs are very good for this because they hold a lot of stuff inside, and then you have a lot of, because the root chakra is also anger and resentment. You hold on to a lot of anger and resentment. So when you come to this realization about whatever it is that's been triggering you, just sit with it for a minute and be okay with it, because we really don't mean to go out and hurt people on purpose. We hurt people when we are hurt. So I feel like you're healing a lot of ancestral, you're doing a lot of ancestral healing, like your parents, your great-grandparents, your great-great-parents, like going down the line of behaviors, of patterns. So this realization is you coming to terms with like, oh, wow, my parents did this, their parents did this, their parents, and it went on and on. You are breaking a cycle, which is why it's going to feel like really intense. And this stuff has been going on for months, if not at least a year for you. It's just coming to the head now. So in reality, you've dealt with the worst of it, because not knowing and it's sucking your energy is worse than knowing and moving past it. So you're past the biggest hurdle of this. Now it's your choice to let it go and move on and allow these new amazing things that are coming towards you in. There's no room for old shit and new shit too. There's just no room. You have to make that space. And especially when it comes to relationships, I do feel like for some, they avoid relationships in some way. Maybe not consciously. Maybe consciously you think, wow, I really want to meet somebody. I really want to be in a relationship. But unconsciously, you have this wall up that's like, no, stand back. No, we will not be intimate with anyone. We will not be vulnerable with anyone. It's just not going to happen. So this month, there's a big shift for you, especially when it comes to relationships and your attitude towards relationships. So that would be very interesting. And if you are a water sign and this resonates with you so far, or something of it came to fruition for you, please let me know, because I would be interested to see someone who had no intention of being in a relationship suddenly finds themselves in a relationship towards the end of November. That would be very interesting. So there is a lot of ideas that you have going on, and I'm just trying to feel, is that the doubt? Is that you second guessing yourself? Because there's opportunities around you. There's openings for you to embrace these opportunities, but I don't know if it's self-doubt, probably because it's in my stomach. So it could be an insecurity and doubt, like lack of faith in yourself, lack of confidence in yourself, which is really the only obstacle that's standing in your way right now. It's just your self-doubt. And what's really funny is that I just did the earth readings and Tiger's Eye just randomly came up. It just came to my attention. But I'm feeling that too, especially because Tiger's Eye, it resonates with fire energy because it's the solar plexus. It's fire energy. And the opposite of water is fire. So to bring that balance, it may be very beneficial for you to wear a tiger's eye, have a tiger's eye somewhere on you. Another thing that I'm feeling is grounding. So whether it's a grounding stone like hematite, I keep seeing hematite, which is really good for pain, by the way. So if you have a physical pain, hematite, personally, I was amazed with how hematite healed my physical pain. Amazing stone. But going out in nature, I think reconnecting with nature, walking. I live in Florida, so we don't have much of a fall, I mean, I got palm trees everywhere, so I don't see any leaves changing yet, unless I go like north of Florida. But go out into nature and recognize the beauty of letting go. There's like a metaphor behind this. You've been holding on to a lot of shit for a long time, and I think you connecting to the autumn, the beauty of the change in the colors and the falling of the leaves, of letting go, it's got a beauty to it. And I think you connecting to that beauty is going to help bring that balance that you're seeking, because you already have it. You just need to see your version of it. Right now you're in just like chaos. And then we have calm amid the storm. So you're in a lot of overthinking, a lot of mind chatter, a lot of like kind of energy. Doing creative things is going to help you balance that energy, whether it's painting, drawing, singing, dancing, even something simple like going out and collecting leaves. Something that disconnects you from your mind and into the moment. And whatever that is for you, do it, because it's something that you haven't been doing in a while, and it seems to be a much needed act right now. The numbers that are coming up for you are 32 and 4. These are just random numbers that I just see, so don't know if that means anything to you, or maybe it's not, maybe it's some kind of validation. But the numbers 32 and 4 came up, and they actually came up a couple of times. So, okay, now let's see what's, so you're at a crossroads, you need to make a decision. And because you can see clearly the outcome, the path, let's put it this way. You can't see shit right now, so it doesn't make sense. The outcome that you're striving for, the outcome that you've been focusing on for the past, I want to say 18 months, is what's in front of you. You just can't see it because the way you're getting there has been like, it's not what you think. It's taking you the fastest way there. within the next 5 weeks. I feel like something with the 5 weeks, the choices that you're making now, you will see the benefit of it within the next 5 weeks. Of course, if you do nothing, you're not going to see nothing. But you take action and follow through with something you've been getting nudged to do, and go embrace it and not second guess yourself and just go out and do it. You're going to see the benefits of it within the next 5 weeks. Now go see what your angel, your spirit people, your spirit family, they're not really people, what they want you to know right now, what they're going to validate. So see, okay. Remember the crossroad, the anxiety. You have a win-win outcome is forecast. You can't make the wrong choice. Whatever choice you make is going to be for your highest and greatest good. Don't get so... Not making a choice is worse than making a bad choice. Let's put it that way. Because there are no bad choices. You are very close to achieving your goal. You and your loved ones are safe. And this goes back to you speaking your mind, standing up for yourself, taking your power back. Don't worry about the judgment. Don't worry about how it's going to affect. Don't put off making the choices and decisions you need to because you're afraid how it's going to affect the people around you. Don't worry about that. They were all part of the plan from the beginning. Confidence is your key to success, and this goes back to the tiger's eye. Maybe do solar plexus breathing, like pranayama breathing, where you're just breathing into your belly and you're constantly breathing through your diaphragm, pushing it in and out. That activates that area. That does help you. It's also called like dragon's breath, I think it's called, where it increases the fire energy within you, especially if you're a water sign. You need fire right now. You need to balance your water energy with fire because we are in Scorpio season, which obviously is water energy. So it can be a very emotional, month to everyone. So the water sign, of course, they're going to feel it even more. Your animal for this month is the cheetah, and it's number 22. So if that number means anything to you, there's your other validation. Cheetah. Cheetah asks you to honor your feminine life force by sharing your divine passion. Acknowledge the yin energy on the planet as unconditional, beautiful, and nourishing. You are an essential part of this radiant feminine energy that feeds the planet. Often when the land suffers from degradation, the essence of the human spirit also frays. Celebrate the divine feminine energy in a sacred way with a special woman in your life. Treat them to a handmade gift, a dinner, or circle of inspiring communication. Gentlemen, if you have drawn this card, it is time to honor and appreciate the women in your life for their essence, beauty, nurturing, and sensuality. When we exude and share love for our sisters, we also bring greater love to ourselves. So this, I feel like, it definitely resonates with the reading. But when it says to go find the beauty out in nature and the planet, I think that's where the key is. You going out and connecting to nature and acknowledging what this particular season has to offer us, what nature communicates to us about where we are right now, because we're all in alignment with each other, whether it's people, animals, plants, nature, whatever it is. We're all sharing the same, and we're all in that same energy. We all are affected from the changes that we go through. Whether you're aware of it or not, your choices affect me and vice versa. So I feel going out in nature, at least for me, it helps me reconnect to that oneness. And I feel very like a dot in this massive universes, cosmos, whatever you want to call it. It is so huge. And yet I am such a big part of it in another way. So go out, whether it's staring at the sky, going for a walk, going to the beach, and just allow nature to speak to you. Maybe go with a set intention, whatever it is that has been on your mind, or you want some kind of clarity. Ask it first and begin your little nature journey and see what answers you get. I think you'll be very, very surprised at how the universe communicates with us, how it speaks to us. And I promise you, once you experience that, you will never see the world the same again. Everything is about synchronicities, communication, messages. There's no coincidences. There's no like random shit. Everything has a divine purpose. And whatever it is that you're in right now and you're moving past also has a divine purpose. There is a reason behind it, and it's not to punish you, it's not to make you suffer. It's none of that. It's to help you grow, expand, and evolve because you have a very important job while you're here. And I don't care where you are in your life or what you believe, but the fact that you're alive watching this means you have a significant purpose here. So just take some time out to reconnect to that energy and ask something other than a human being for guidance, for messages, for whatever it is that you're seeking. And I promise you, you will get it. I hope this resonated with my water signs. Have an amazing November. I wish you abundance of love, light, health, happiness, and wealth. Enjoy your November.